The next one is also a part of another network that we have worked close on the last year. I'm talking about Erdmuthe Klaer, which is the Deputy Secretary General of REVES. REVES is the European Network of Cities and Regions for Social Economy. Erdmuthe has expertise and strong lobby at the EU Commission and the EU intergroups, expert and speaker within the European Economic and Social Committee. Erdmuthe, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Vasi. Yeah, I will just try to get my presentation on. Do you see it?
No. If you want, we can.
No. Okay. So sorry, I just probably I didn't go on share.
We can put the presentation.
Wait, now it should come. It should come now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now it's coming. Good.
Okay. So thank you very much, Vasi, Felicitas, Christiane, Klaus, all the CEFEC social firms for inviting us. Yeah, giving us the opportunity to take part in this meeting, and congratulations for this really very short-term capacity to organize it. Yeah, just in a few days. So yeah, happy to be with you. Yeah, who are we actually? REVES is a network of cities and regions, but also social economy organizations at local and regional level. It was founded in 1996, and with the aim actually to explore the wealth of relations that can exist between the two partners. So local and regional authorities on one hand, cities and regions, and social economy on the other hand. I should maybe add that yeah, among our social economy members, we have REVES, so also social cooperatives, social integration enterprises, but also other type of social economy enterprises and organizations. So, as I said, it is this partnership between local authorities and social economy that is of importance for our network, because we think it's a really important couple, which has a lot of things in common actually, or should have a lot of things in common, with this really this search for actually yeah, these common objectives that link the social, ecological, cultural and economic sphere, and that put, or should put, I say because it's not always the case, the human being really at the center of all the actions, of all the initiatives. And actually what we try to explore as a network is really this relationship, but also the relationship between these two actors and other kind of players within local communities, always with this objective to see how yeah, to promote cooperation in a general interest perspective, and also how to promote local democracy, but then also democracy at European level. We have different kind of activities. The first one actually is more exchange of knowledge, experiences and know-how. So through different kind of seminars, webinars, conferences, etc. You see some examples. So we're working on challenges defined jointly by our members, migration, integration, the digital economy as well. So cooperative platforms, for example, is a topic which we're exploring more and more. And yeah, a number of different projects, but also working groups have been set up recently. Also, again, I have to say, a working group on local or regional frameworks, legal frameworks, promoting the social economy, for instance. A second type of activities we are carrying out, our members actually found that sharing experiences is not enough, but we should really go further and try to use what also you're using in CEFEC, these relationships, this pooling of joint knowledge in order to develop, to experiment actually, so to develop joint solutions to different kind of problems. So here, this experimentation is actually a second objective and type of activity REV is carrying out. And then finally, we have dialogue with European and national policy makers. I was not so happy you said lobbying expert, because first of this, I maybe should say that lobbying, as you call it, we prefer to say dialogue, is 1/3 of our activities, of the activities REV is carrying out. And we do it very much in cooperation with other kind of organizations, such as Social Economy Europe, of which also NZ is part. Also the European Parliament Social Economy Intergroup, which was mentioned already by Patricia. Then also cooperation with some expert groups of the European Commission, such as GESES, mentioned by Patricia already, or a specific working group on the cohesion funds, actually, European structural and investment funds. And I think it is here where, we also think that and a lot of possibilities of cooperation between our organizations are possible and should be stepped up, should be enhanced, especially now in this period. I've mentioned some topics that are coming up actually now, like the already mentioned action plan for the social economy, or the European Action Plan for the implementation of the European Social Pillar, or Pillar of Social Rights, which is the correct title. Then European cohesion policy, negotiations are still going on. And we have to actually raise our voice, still raise our voice and put pressure, not only in Brussels, but in particular also on national governments, because let's not forget that much of the decisions taken here in Brussels are finally taken by national governments. So we have to still, I think, increase our capacities to jointly put pressure on them and to exchange information as well, because this is what is often missing, information. And even the Commission is actually complaining that I just share some information or some experiences we have in the framework of this expert group on cohesion policy. They're actually not getting information anymore on what is going on in many of the member states at national level. So this is where networks and where cooperation is really important. And then public procurement, the revision of state aid rules, such as was announced by the European Commission. These are all really topics we can work together. I think we can raise our voice together. We can support our positions, joint positions, also the one you just mentioned, you were about to develop together with NC, and we will be happy to support it. And yeah, let's not forget, I think it's really time now, beyond working on these very specific topics and policies, to raise our voice and become stronger in pushing for a change, because we also afraid this crisis we're experiencing now is an opportunity, but there are also many fearing that afterwards we will go back to where we have been before. And before, we still heard, despite the willingness of many policymakers, for example, to promote social economy much more. However, it will still be done, or it was supposed still to be done, in a system which actually is more geared towards maximization of profits instead of putting people really at the center, and a system where one talks more about the needs of industries instead of about the needs of people, a system in which we talk about, think of the European skills agenda, about adapting skills of people to the needs of industries, instead of recognizing that every person in our society has capacities and has a great potential, and it's actually a pity to lose this, and a pity to lose this, especially when we're supposed to kind of find a way out of the crisis that has started now. And I think social economy, and especially social enterprises, work integration enterprises, are best placed to point to this potential of every kind of person, even those that are perceived, and often it's not the right approach, and it's false, as the weakest, which is not the case. So yeah, let's really try to create strong alliances and to shout, but also not to fight, not to take up the war terminology that is now used by some of the political leaders. Let's push for change, and let's push for cooperation.